Alright, so for today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the Replicars Kawasaki 90 Z7 wheel loader on 1/50th scale. This is the same exact model as the Hitachi ZW 310. It's just painted in Kawasaki. And they're both available through Replicars. This one's a little harder to find. If you know where to get one, then you're good. But I know they're a little harder to find than the Hitachis. So without further ado, let's get straight into the review. So starting off the review, you do have some nice, nice hub details right here. And you do have some nice rubber wheels, which are fairly nice. They're not shiny at all. It's kind of a matte look. It's got a nice tread pattern on it as well. Your mud flaps are a hard, rigid plastic, so you don't want to bend them too much. I'm guessing that they're the same on the Hitachi version of this model as well. Coming to your cab, it is a plastic cab, but still a fair amount of detail in the cab. I'm not sure how well you can see this, but there is a blue painted seat in there. You can see it a little better right there. There's a blue painted seat. You have a simulated windshield wiper. It does say Kawasaki on the cab right there. And your handrails, your hand and grab rails, they are plastic. A little flimsy, but that's to be expected with a loader model. I believe the ones on the cab are also plastic. These have your meters on it as well, but they're a little bit harder of a plastic. I'm not sure if they're metal. I can't really tell because I'm not trying to break the model, but it's either a plastic or a really sturdy metal. Coming to the rear, again, you do have another hard plastic mud flap. You do have some nice wheel wells here. You do have a silver 90 decal, and it says Z7 in red. You do have a nice exhaust and a nice air cleaner as well. These would be, I'm guessing these are your counterweights for the loader. So when you're lifting, when you have the arms raised up in the air, it doesn't tip forward. You do have some simulated mesh right here, and there's even a latch that's been simulated into the casting right there. It does appear that it has, this is where your bolts would go in to hold these onto the counterweights onto the loader. Coming to the rear, as you can see, you can actually see the fan that's modeled very nicely in the, it's part of the radiator. You do have a nice KCM logo right there. You do have some nice working lights as well. You have a simulated hitch. And then on top, you do have some nice bolt details and some more vent work that's in the casting as well. Overall, it's pretty nice looking. For the price, it's a nice looking model. Coming over to this side, just identical to the other side. You do have some nice Kawasaki decals. All the decals are nice, clean, crisp decals. But let's get to some of the functionality on this model now. But you do have some nice simulated headlights as well. But it does turn a decent amount. Turns that much. And then this is where I think the model really excels, is the carry angle is very good. That's the carry angle. The cut angle is nice as well. It's enough to get the front axle off the ground. And then the lift height is, these are stiff cylinders, so you have to be careful. You don't want to hold on to a piece of plastic or one of the plastic parts and break something. But the lift height, as you can see, is that high. Zoom out just a little bit. That is the lift height, so it can achieve a great lift height. It would load any 150 scale dump truck. It loads every 150 scale dump truck I have. So here's the Oshkosh that I have. As you can see, it has no problem at all loading, and then there's the dump height as well. No problem loading the Oshkosh. Let's get that out of here. And we'll bring in the T880, which almost everybody has a T880. And again, has no problem loading the T880. I believe this will load the East dump trucks as well. I'm pretty sure it'll load the East dump trailer, and I'm 100% sure it'll load the dump truck. It's got nice range of motion. But overall, It's a nice model. I picked mine up for, like, at the time there was a sale going on, so it was originally 50, and it was like a 50% off sale, so it was 25. That was like 18 bucks for shipping or something like that. So in total, I think it came out to like $45, something like that. But overall, if you're looking for a good wheel loader, I'd highly recommend picking one of these up. You can pick up the Hitachi version a lot easier than the Kawasaki version. These do pop up on eBay from time to time. I did not buy mine from there. I bought mine elsewhere. But as you can see right here on the bottom, if I can get it the right way around, it does say it's the same casting as the ZW130, and then obviously the 907Z on the bottom right there. But overall, it's a nice model. I'd highly recommend picking one up if you're looking for a new wheel loader. It's roughly the same size as a Cat 972, so it's about that size of a loader. But if you're looking for a nice loader to pick up, I'd highly recommend picking one of these up. If you run across the Kawasaki, I would pick it up, as not very many people have it. But overall, it's a nice model. It's just going to wrap it up for this review. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Links to the social media pages will be in the description. And stay tuned for the next video to be uploaded.